Okay. Well, that should go a little bit faster than I thought. Okay. The whatever you call it, the upload speed is really quick there on that little animation there. I am nervous-sided. Ready to show you guys this. So hopefully, if anyone you know would be interested, let them, you know, poke your friends. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm just getting everything else started. So it's not like I'm freaking out, not paying attention right now. So this is what this is for. Looks like we're almost nearly there. Okay. I think we're looking good. I think we're looking good. All right. Welcome. It's been 2 weeks or so. Yeah. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah. So this is gonna be a little, you know, not much of an excuse, but like this is what I was actually doing over the 2 weeks or so. Yeah. Go ahead and push that community thing up there. Don't need that. Y'all follow the rules really well, and if you don't, we'll let you know that you aren't. Hi, Russian name that I can't say. How you doing? Hello. Thank you. I just translated it right there, but I won't be able to translate it while I'm doing the presentation, which I'll get into. Make sure everyone's here now. Let's get it too. How you doing? Ooh, don't remember your name. Tamiko Dun. It's really small. Dun. Cool. Hello. How you doing? Still getting over nerves that I haven't done this in a while, so like normally like it's usually like 2 days or a week or half a week where I get out of the groove of presenting and, you know, having people to actually talk to. This is crazy. This is technology. So we'll get into it. Just want to make sure that, yeah, here's some disclaimers I might have to say in the beginning. So I drew this little picture. Yeah. So I'm just sort of stalling. Just make sure everyone who's gonna be here will be here. So thanks for joining. We'll get right to it. So if you didn't know, I was gone for like 2 weeks for vacation, sort of business trip, sort of. I wasn't. I went to Bronycon, which was in Baltimore, Maryland. So I've never been to Maryland before. I've been to like 3 corners of the U.S. Except for the Northeast. So there you go there. So that wasn't quite knew what exactly to expect there. But yeah, I'll just say like my very small point of reference for like everything in the city is like Seattle. So if it's like, you know, just looking at the city and go, oh, is that close to Seattle? Like that's how they do it there. So it's very similar, I would say, to Seattle as my one point of reference, really that I'm good at. So as a big metropolis, you know. So yeah, we'll get into it. I'm quiet and soft-spoken. That's true. Because I was just nervous, like I didn't know, you know. I met Star Study, which I think I have a picture. So I'm gonna do like a little slideshow picture thing of my trip. Like I cut it down from like 700 or so pictures down to like 70, so maybe less, 60 something. So I think one picture is actually one that I took. So Star Study, let me know whether you want your picture to be on stream, or else I can like, you know, skip over it. But I think that might be coming up fairly close to the beginning, so yeah, let me know. First time, yes. It's dark enough, obviously let you know that. Sorry for posting in the share tent. Yeah. Yeah, I already posted it. Well, I was figuring because like Discord is like, you know, only like 20 or so, you know, in a like private-ish group, that I was thinking like, well, this will be like 100 people instead. So I was like, want to make sure I got your consent on everything. That's why I probably deleted it. They're not going to show like a bulk of a lot of it, because there's like a lot of duplicate pictures and a lot of cosplay pictures, where we took a bunch of pictures of cosplay people. So I just want to not, you know, have to get like 50 or more consent, you know, of all of it. So I just got rid of it. Oh, thanks for understanding me. I thought it made sense. Okay, we'll probably have not enough time for me. Way too long. So let's get into it. Anything else? Oh yeah. So I went with this trip with my parents. So they're gonna be taking nearly over 90% of the pictures. So that's why it's like not, a lot of them are just not that selfie, like they're like third person. So that'll be why, is that one of my parents would be taking back and forth, going back and forth taking pictures of me and other stuff, where I say like, hey, look at that, and then they would take a picture. I think I only took like 2 pictures on my phone for the whole trip. Then I just told mom and dad to be my paparazzi and just like take a picture of that. So some stuff will be weird. I think I kept a lot of weird ones to make it interesting, instead of like, oh, there's the Tower of Pisa, there it is. It's just like, no, this is the sidewalk of it. So those kind of pictures, but not that weird. Super stalling. Let's see, anything else before I get into it promptly. Take difficult. Sometimes it's lead a pick. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, or sometimes, well, as a semi photographer, just taking multiple pictures also helps. So then you can say like, well, the focus, you know, was wrong in this one, or the ISO could have been better. Just having more options, because then you can narrow it down and say like, oh, I got one picture of this bird, but it's like, could have been in this better pose, and if I had clicked another one, then it would have been better. So just having more is better. That's why I have 700 pictures that I narrowed it down. That took a bit. It's probably not the best collection of it, but we'll do it. Anything else? I think I said everything that. Oh, if other people come in later on and don't understand, I guess whatever reason, I like last night I was freaking out. Like, what if people don't understand that my parents took all the pictures? To have the chat, you know, say like, oh, to the new person, say, oh, this is why. So using my hands more because I'm not, you know, drawing. Okay. Yeah, we'll get into it. That took a while, but I think we're good. Boop. This one folder. Okay. I think we'll get started. Did you show my desktop? Oh, Manny. Well, you can freeze frame on that and see, like, I have nothing on my desktop. Here we go. Let me make sure everything's good. That's me. This is gonna be great. Okay. And my glasses. Oh yeah, this was the day 0 of the con. So this will only be Bronycon pictures, and then I'll have a separate section afterward for Baltimore and DC. I went to DC for like half a day, so this will just be Bronycon. So if you're like not interested, you know, halfway through, when I finish, then it'll be Baltimore and DC afterward. This is really big for me. I'm gonna scoot my monitor back. Yes, this was day 0, the day before the con. I had stood in that line for probably 2.5 hours. It was outside of the convention, like all the way across, like nearly 2/3 of the. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. It's like, how did I take this picture? The line, we got in like maybe like a half hour before they opened the door, and it still took like 2.5 hours to get from outside all the way to these little kiosk stands. So these are still people, like, these people are still waiting in line. Like, there's a whole another section. They split it up into, like, in 2 sections of this room, saying this is the first half and then the second half. So I'm looking at the back half. These people are still waiting. So, yeah. So this was me being tired at the first day before it even started. See if I can figure out how to go to the next one. There we go. These are going to be really great. These are all really flattering pictures of me. This is, I think we just got into the lobby just to show, like, this is what it was okay. And then I was like, hey, the guy with the, it was Mario and he had a Thanos gauntlet hand. It's like, he was cool. This is just a regular line. This is a bunch of the lines. There was like half the time. Okay, to break it down with the schedule, there was like no time really to, like, you know, hang out. It was like, if you want to do all the panels that seem interesting, then it's like you gotta just keep going to these lines and just waiting in there. But if you want to be in the, you know, make sure that you have to get into the panel, you have to wait even longer to make sure that you actually have enough, you know, the rooms are pretty small, so it's just like not enough space to do anything. So this is just like not too good of an angle there. This was actually the first panel, was the YouTuber ponies. I should have had my schedule so I'd be able to know what the exact name of all these were. But yeah, so we got the YouTuber ponies of all of them there. I don't know if I should name them all. I'm sure most of you know what them are, or I'll probably butcher it enough that'll be really bad too. So they were really good. I think they just talked about like some tips for how to do YouTube. A lot of stuff that is like, oh yeah, I actually made a bunch of those mistakes. Like, you know, don't start off a big project, or like bunch of little tips that they had. They were really good about that. And they had a weird Q&A section. That was really interesting. Is that usually, you know, there's a, I keep pointing at the screen, but there's a little mic on the left here, mic stand. That's for Q&A usually. So I'm used to Everfree, which is my other con that I go to, which is in Seattle, where you usually just kind of just step up there, or just kind of like raise a hand. Different panels do it different ways. I don't know why, but this was the one where they had a moderator and a bunch of note cards, and they would have the moderator give out a bunch of note card, you know, about this size, and a pen. And so you would waste the time writing down your question and then giving it to the moderator. And then it kind of got crazy of just having the moderator just drawing the papers on top of the table, and then the panelists would kind of just go through all these questions and then pick up and go, oh yeah, here's a question, let's talk about this. And then the other people will go, okay, you know, just search through the other questions and then going, okay, this one's fun. So it's like, it you know, it's totally different, which I had no idea. Are you guys figuring out who these guys are? Yeah, you guys are figuring it out. You guys are great. So yeah, that whole Q&A was very chaotic, like, and then a lot of people weren't really listening, like they were having their own conversation and talking, so it's like really couldn't hear them anyway, so it's like really just weird. Yeah, they were to talk a bunch. But here's the other side. Here's the first panel. Attendance for everyone. So you can see like these rooms are pretty small for like, feels like a window. I'm sitting down. The rooms are pretty small. They have like about 3 or 4 panel rooms, which is all on the 3rd floor. There's not much on the, I guess there's some stuff on the 2nd floor, but like not much. There might be like 1 room on the 2nd floor. And then the bottom room has the marketplace, the badge pickup, and I think the main stage. So the 3rd floor is just for these panel rooms. So I think we stayed in the, each day it seemed like we just kind of like hung around like one panel room. Like this is the Paul of the Sun, and then like another day we'd just hang out in the moon. The other one had the stars. So it Looks like there's not too much standing room only for this one, but I guess people just kind of just fit in. Did I miss anything? If there's any like thing you want to like ask me, there's a lot of people talking, so do the at Yoshi Greenwater in a way when you see it. Oh yeah, yeah. There's tons of different people here. It's not like Everfree where it's like maybe like this much of the room would be in a panel, and they would just be typical bronies. This is like anyone was able to come. It was really cool. Yeah. I made a joke like one day, it's like you might only see a person like once because there's like a lot of people. I think the final count was over 10,000, so there was a chance I was like you won't only be able to see like one person at the whole time. And then something. Okay. Moving on. This is just to show that this is a lot of people. It was just, yeah, the first day was like just like being overwhelmed of like there's a lot of people here. Next week, did you buy any merch? The market store was actually down here and then to the right immediately. So I did. I don't think I actually took pictures of the merch. They kind of got spewed around. So got like a cute little button of Celestia, then like a Derpy glasses cloth. I think I got some pictures of the natural merch, so I'll get to that at the end. So thanks. Wacom is cool. Definitely, it's probably like 2 or 3 times what I would expect. Like you kind of just keep going back and forth, and it just like never ends. There's a lot of people there. This is just like just to see like, oh, you can see 3 floors of it, and just how many people are waiting in line and just hanging out. This is the one, yeah. This is the one picture I guess I got of Star Study, but then of course you've actually got your own or so. We actually got like a real selfie. So that was here's the scene. Anyways, because that's so I got names already. Right. Yeah, Thursday was weird. Think this is actually Friday. Like I remember we kept just like oh yeah, I'm on the left. The 400, which is 5-4. Interesting. This is actually the Friday, I think. Yeah, it was fun to like trying to figure out like we were just texting each other through like Discord PMing and thinking like, should we meet here or like trying to figure out like where am I, and then trying to figure out like where should we go to this. And it never really got like where are you. So I couldn't figure out where Star City was, so it's like, okay, well, I'm here, I'm just gonna go over here, and then I just kept going around here, so then we just kind of magically just met up at the autographs table. So that was really fun on the second floor. Then we just talked for a bit, maybe like only like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, it's weird because I feel like I sort of know you, but it's like it's still a stranger, so I still got a little bit nervous talking to you. So that's why I probably got the not loud me. I feel like I'm just able to talk pretty loud because I'm only in my basement alone. And I'm only really seeing text to you guys. Yoshi didn't spend a con together. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, we did not. We only talked for about 10 minutes, and then like every other day, like going like, hey, like waving to each other. So, yeah, it wasn't like let's hang out together. It was like let's meet up for a bit, and then see each other. Yeah, 3 times. Yeah. So, yeah. This is another panel. I like kept taking pictures of panels, I guess. This is the audio people. They make audio dramas and like editing stuff. This is before they were ready, so they weren't quite prepared for anything. It's like they were just all setting up, but they were really cool because it's like totally different from like I focus on art so much that it's like there's a whole nother side if you want to make a video is audio. So like they talked about different microphones and different softwares and stuff. Like what kind of best microphone to use and like what kind of like how to get the best sound is put a blanket over yourself. Like I didn't know much of that. Very specific stuff. So I'm not super familiar with these people, so I can't really read their badges. So it's like, yeah, it's so good. I think the one on the right was Scribbler, but I'm gonna butcher all these people. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sorry, it's got the schedule. It's somewhere around here, so thank you. Medium motion. Yeah, that'd be like, ooh, it's got animations, but it's like, no, these are like animatics more. So it's more like, you know, if I can go back to here, you make an animatic by saying like this is probably even better than what they do actually. It's Derpy. Oh, so that's what an animatic is. Literally that. So, but they even just changed the drawing, but it's not animation as much as I thought. More like storytime animators, where they just kind of just have like their icon, you know, and go, "Whoa, I'm talking," and then I have different feelings. So, let's move off of that. I can't. I'm drawing on it now. Oh dear. Whoop, there we go. Haha. The audio dramas are a little bit. It depends on whether they have video or not. Like I've seen some of them just have like some smoke stock video, and then they just talk. So, but yeah. Right before the opening ceremony. There we go. This is the opening ceremony. Found there. The panel name of the last one I don't remember. Yeah, but it'll be the one shortly before the opening ceremonies. So it would be, I think, in the Hollow Sun was the last one with the audio. It doesn't really matter what the name of it was. Okay, I gotta get through these pretty quick now. This is the opening ceremonies. Okay. I think they just have community guests? It's hard to tell. Closer. Some guys. Obviously, I'm not able to name all of them. But I think, yeah, these are the community guests and fandom people. Like I see Flufflepuff in there. So, here we go. Oh, yeah, we took a picture of this because they had these on your name badge tag. You would have little like punch out little. It was like a piece of paper that had like all these colors. So you would, you know, just kind of fold it up, and then you'd say like, "I'm green today," or "I'm yellow," or "red." Ooh. So these are the talk to me, I'm open, or I'll talk with you, but only if I know you. And red is don't talk to me. So, exactly. Leave me alone. So, I think I saw like some of the people. It didn't feel like everyone had these on. It was just like a couple people. And most of the times they were either green or red. There wasn't much yellow. But the way that they would put it on the badge was really weird. Like I never really understood how to put it on the badge itself, so I just never used it anyway. Or else I'd probably put a bit in on green or yellow. Did you see Anthology? I think I just missed the line for it where they put it up to, yeah. I think there's a whole thing of like we went to have lunch or something, and then we went back to the con, and they were like, let's go to Anthology. And then it was like, we're at capacity. We can't hold any more people. So I was like, okay. And then we did something else. Mine was kept at 3,000. So I was 3,001. I did watch the anthology on YouTube afterward, so that was really fun. Super funny. Boop. This is our first video, so let's see if this actually works. I probably won't have sound on. But let's see if my stream breaks at this point, or else we'll see. So, this was during opening ceremonies. If I can move out of the way. So they were like, hey, we have a special surprise at the end. And it was this video of Gilbert Gottfried singing the wedding song. So they had to like edit it a bunch. I don't think Gilbert actually knew the song or actually listened to it. So it just kind of like just making it up. So this was like not really planned much for the rest of the thing. It just kind of just really didn't. It came out as a surprise. Like no one really expected it at all. It just kept going. Yeah. So it's just like, like okay. I think everyone was like just cracking up. It was like, why? Why was this happening? Yeah. And still don't understand. Like he didn't show up at the end. It's like, it was just like, this is it. It's like, okay. I don't know if they do it at every con or if it's like a pattern or something. But that was weird. Here's the marketplace. Really small picture. Did a vertical. Yep, there I am. They got some dockies. There was a lot of dockies. The pillowcases with the animals on it. Body pillows. Other people. A lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. Like you can spend, if you want to look at any of them, it would be hours to look at everything they had. Pre-recorded, yes. The Gilbert Gottfried was a pre-recorded video. It actually had some edits in it because like to actually match up with the song because Gilbert didn't sing it in time. So I was like, and it was like cut, you know, splice it. It was really weird. Yeah. Captures like 3%. I feel like even less than that. But I just like to look at this guy, like in the background here. Whoop. I took another one. So that was just one joke of that. And then I was like, oh, I went to Everfree. They had a little in the market, still in the marketplace. They had a little, like, really small little cubby for all the different other cons to say like, hey, come to our con instead. So they had a Everfree one there and a Japan con, probably BabsCon and the other ones. Nightmare Night Con. So yeah, they were all there. Anyway, come to TrotCon. Yeah. Another panel. Oh, the first thing I was gonna say, like, oh yeah, this took place around 11 p.m. Like probably like the second day, so like we were tired. But anyway, this is KP. I love Compossible a lot panel. Just really wanted to go to it, I guess. Just because I worked with her for like over 2-3 years ago on like one project or so. So she showed animation. I keep putting the quotes because it's like, it's not animation, but it sort of is. But it has parts that's animated, but like other parts are not. It's like the other parts where it's like just sliding across. So it's like, is it animation? I don't know. Of Princess Bride with Discord and pony characters. So a very extended, pretty much retelling, condensed version of the movie. So that was really pretty entertaining. I think the crowd really liked it. I don't know if it's up on YouTube yet for that video, but they just talked about like other stuff. Yeah, that's about it for that. I did meet her in the market. Yeah, this is actually how I knew about this. I went to the market, and then this panel is the KP whatever panel at like 11, probably around Friday or Saturday. But yeah, I went to the marketplace like the first time, and it's like, hey, is that KP's little cubby? It's like, oh, cool. You know, I saw her, like met up. It's like, hey, And it's like she remembered me, and it's like, hey, that's cool. So yeah, we just kind of just caught up. She gave me a business card, and then say, hey, come to this panel. That's like 4 hours. It's like really late, but it'll be worth it. We'll have animation. And I was like, ooh, okay. Thursday. Okay. Yeah, I get mixed up with all the dates. Everything seems to be on Friday. I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Seeing all the new team. All across the world, actually. A lot of them were like from UK and then US and other stuff. Would it not be a time limit? Yeah, I thought I would be able to go into these a little bit quicker. Here's a picture of me and the logo. It's like I gotta have that somewhere. And I'm wearing my Solidarity shirt. I'll probably show it later too, but I got the shirt, which doesn't. Well, you can see it. It's real. Okay, never mind. I'll go through this a little bit quicker. Here's another panel. It's all the animators. Woo. Oh yeah, this was actually the biggest one, at least for me. This panel was all the animators, and they all went like all through them. All of them went through and said, "This is my animation. Let's watch it. It's not done." The next one. This is my animation. It's not done. Yeah. I think only Vib's video was actually done-ish, but he said he wanted to work on it to like polish it up, and it's like it's really good. Didn't really have like animation errors I saw, but I'm sure like he wanted to just make sure it's fine before it goes up. Minty was he said that he cut himself like shaving or something, so he's always wearing his scarf around. The other one's really cool. And then Pimations was also there. It's like, okay. And they show like not a pony video. And he said like, I'm the only one without a pony. Yeah. Anthology was probably the biggest. Yeah. Yeah, because it was very, very cool. Waited for 5 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have time to do that. Well, there's other stuff going on like this. It was very entertaining with all these people. They also, as a little surprise, showed Solidarity, which was, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me saying that now, was the little map that I worked on for like, had like 5 seconds worth of it. I'm not sure if yeah, I'll have the video for it. See if this breaks the stream. This is the video. Look at all these other people recording it. This is the credits to Solidarity. So just to prove that I worked on it, we took a video of the credits. Oh yeah, I saw you at the waiting chair. Yeah, there I am. Boop boop. I'm in the credits. I'm in a con. Ha ha. It's like I'm not a community guest, but it's like I'm here. Woo. So that was really fun. I think. Okay, yeah, so as it is recording, Solidarity is not available, I think. I think they need a couple more weeks or so just to get a couple more shots in. I think we had a couple dropouts, but then we had probably just hired a bunch of people like at the last minute to add in just something so it would actually flow. Because it was a music video. And of course, if you have a music video with nothing happening for like 2 seconds, that's weird. So I think they just had like even like Crown Prince had to like come in and like do something really quick for a dropout. So it was really fun. I can show the rest of the credits, but I was like, yeah, that's me. Feels like the little Monsters Inc. Like Mike. It's like, oh, that's me right there. Haha. But yeah, this was really fun. A lot of great people. I think the clapping was just kept going for like the whole time. It was great. Look at all these like newbies and people in here too. Dr. Raspberry? Yeah, I think we kept having a lot of trouble with that. Like I was watching the Discord people trying to figure out how should we do the credits, and it was just like, wow, that got like heated of which what to do with that. That video was Solidarity. It's not on YouTube yet, but I worked on it for about 3 weeks or months. I guess I really only worked it for like 3 weeks, but we had a 3-month deadline. So the deadline was Bronycon, so there we go. I think one of the people on the last, one of these people like said like, hey, we got this video called Solidarity or whatever. Here we go, and then they showed it. So the moderators for the Solidarity weren't there to show it, so they had someone else on the team to say, here it is. This is probably the next day or so. This is the Team Fortress 2 reactor analyst people. Not super fan of the videos. I haven't watched much of it or at all. So they did a my throat's coming out. They showed a new video of a new episode. Did you explain? I can't explain it. Yeah, if someone can explain what the whole thing is, but they showed an episode of it, which was like 10 or 20 minutes. It was insane, like just kept going. Yeah, that's the panel name. But right before it, Josh, who's in the middle, right in the middle, there he is. He's Josh Scorcher. He is my boss for right now. Get back up. So working on Fall of Celestia with him. We were supposed to get it pretty much done for this con, but we didn't, because I'm really the only one really pulling my weight on it. So the proposal was, yes, this panel, yeah. Order events. Hi, we have a new trailer for Fall of Celestia. It was like 1 minute trailer that I helped get the assets for. So, and then Josh edited it. So you got a little bit of screen time with that at the beginning, and the trailer had my name on it as an animator thing. I think I was the only credit on that video. Yeah, I think it was like, here's Fall of Celestia, animated by Yoshi Greenwater, and then it went to the trailer, then it just ended. So, haha. So I'm on the credits of 2 panels already. Yeah, and then they showed the episode, and then Maddie got engaged. So Maddie's the one on the left, I think, with the hat. So yeah, that was a little bit unexpected for me, and then they had a standing ovation that lasted like 10 minutes, way longer than I thought. Like, we're in the back, you know how far this is. So we didn't see much, but it's like, okay. Yeah. So somewhere in that video of that panel, a little bit behind, was the video of Animate. Haha. Okay. I'm really slow with this. This is the creators panel. So Lauren Faust and Bonnie, and the other guy. I get them mixed up, but which one it is? Okay. So they talked about a really cool panel of having girl representation in cartoons and media. Like, you know, it kept talking like She-Ra and like other stuff. Like, you know, with Pony, it's like having girl representation, you know, being a strong character than a damsel in distress or anything. Creating a better world. And then the Q&A was really cool. Can't remember anything of it, so we just gotta have to keep going on. Here's me. This is where it's gonna get more fun. I wanted a picture with a cone, because I think the VLC media icon is a traffic cone. I was like, yeah, and I was like, I'm not gonna kick it over, but I wanted to make a joke of VLC crashed. There was some weird article saying like, if you have VLC, you're gonna get a malware virus and get bad infected. So I was like, you know, trying to watch this VLC and make sure that, you know, it's It's real life. It was spooking me. Well, I guess also the convention. I guess I was also part of it too. Yeah. Not much else here. Then I walked a little bit to the left, and here's some banners. I think right after we stayed like 3 or 4 days after the convention, and they were already gone. Like they replaced it real quick. I'm not actually reading that. Sorry. This is me tying my shoe. I think my shoes. I got some new shoes, and they weren't doing so well with the laces, so they came untied like a lot. Best picture, yes. Oh, I had this Daring Do bag that I think I got in an old Everfree Northwest. Here's my head. There you go. So I got that Everfree like probably like the first or second time I went. So I really liked it. It was a nice satchel, so I could just put stuff in really quick. Yeah, these are looking good. Boop boop boop. And I think we went back in. See if this works. Okay. This is the game room where they play video games, and I guess they were playing Beat Saber. It was really noisy and just like too chaotic to like stay in there for too long. It was just like fun to watch them flail around. I think the one on the right one, they were like playing the same game or map, and they had a competition. So I think they had a tournament for Beat Saber, so that was really fun to watch. It's like, okay. I think that was even in probably like one of the schedules, was the Beat Saber tournament. Yeah. Boop boop boop. This is the one of the last days. This is the Equestria Daily panel. I wanted to go there and show some support. That is like, yeah, they were very instrumental in my history. Breaking, and once I was able to get featured on them, I got a lot of traction, and it helped me a lot to get more views and stuff, and be able to show it to more people. So I'm grateful for them. They would talked about like future stuff of like, if MLP Gen 4 is over, what are you guys gonna do? I don't think they addressed it too much, but I think they just said like, yeah, we'll keep, you know, if there's more fan stuff, then we'll, you know, go ahead and share it, you know, regardless if this show actually it's done. It's like whatever. There's still more fan stuff rather than, you know, canon show stuff and fan stuff. They were able to probably just focus on fan stuff then. And if Gen 5's good, then yeah, even better. So there were so many people. Equestria people that they actually had like musical chairs of like, okay, we have this set, and then they answer a couple questions, and then like people from the front seats of the audience would come up and then trade spaces, and then they would do that like 2 or 3 times. So it's really cool to hear them all and see like, oh yeah, like they have very specific, like they do like comic, you know, features and stuff. So it's really cool. Definitely. This is me. What is this? This might be the charity auction. Yeah, you can see like they had a back, not me. Back here they have a little easel and a table to display all the charity items. So this was really cool. I always like the charity auctions. I don't actually bet anything, but it's like, wow. They sold a bunch of monies. Are you sporting your own shirt, by the way? You betcha. Yeah, besides the Solidarity one, I think the other shirts that I wore at the con were all designed by me. Yeah, just to plug a little bit, thank you, is I think in the description, hopefully, I have a Redbubble. Yeah, Redbubble shirts and merch. If you want to get this shirt, someone actually, after the con, I think I was wearing this one probably. Yeah, I was wearing this shirt, and it's hard to see what it actually is, so you have to go and see what the actual is. Someone from outside, like still in Baltimore. Like they saw my shirt and said, "Hey, that's a cool shirt." And I was like, "Hey, man, I made it." And they're like, "What? You made it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I gave them a business card. I try to look happy. It's hard. I just don't do well in having pictures taken. It's like I get better at having like poses later. I think we went to like a cosplay panel where it's like really like a really dramatic, you know, person saying like, you gotta have a pose, you know, you gotta know your lights, and going like, yeah, I know what to do in front of a camera. So this was before I went to that. So later pictures I'll have a pose that I use. I could have done. There was so many people I would have been super nervous. I didn't get a business card. I'm sorry. Well, I guess he didn't need a business card, but yeah, I had like way too many, so I probably should have kept some. Sorry about that. Boop. This is me sitting in the charity auction. So this is like literally like 10 minutes later. So instead of, you know, it was so dark in the room, and so instead of just having the lights on, let's just have it really dark and then give everyone a glow stick. So this is me holding 2 glow sticks going, yeah, it was really cool. So during the charity auction, it's like, how much does anyone want to bid for this one? Yeah, and you hold up a glow stick. Yeah, we could have done so much more networking with that. Yes, we're bidding for stuff. They went on for quite a while. This is one of them. These really cool. They were showing all these what are those action figures, but like not between a whatever. Yeah. Okay, cool. They had like the whole set, and I was like, "Whoa, that's cool." And then they had the Bronycon mascots dress up as cosplay. Kind of zoom close different. Yeah, that was the only problem, is that the charity action overlapped in time with ending time to get to the closing ceremonies. So I don't know if I have a picture of that, but this is still a charity action. This is M.A. Larson coming up on stage, being on Wacom, and then having these giant, I think they're inflatable Sharpies, and then they started battling with them, and then Larson kept like signing different things. So then there was this guy, this weird picture, but he's like had a M.A. Larson sign his face. So that's that. I'll keep going quicker. This is the mascots holding plushes of themselves, I suppose, that were received. So it was really cute because they had the plushies had the sunglasses on, and then they all took them and wore themselves. So we're selling these because they were the first printing. I don't know what you call it, the first version of these plushies, and then you can bet on that because they're not the retail final version. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of other fan-made stuff. Yeah, this is, wow, that's a lot of people picture. Yeah, the ending, they ended up like beating Everfree Northwest's world record for having a lot of money during the share action. So so I was like, oh man, and Everfree doesn't have it. This is a video saying, dang, that's a lot of people. And it truly was. Like, it just kept going. Like, this would be like one room. You can see like in the back, like all the way in, I'm pointing. Want to pause it somewhere? It's like this room is just a pile of people. Yeah, over 10,000. Yeah, so it was a lot. It didn't really feel like, oh, you're bumping into a bunch of people. Most of the time, you were just able to just walk through. So it's only really clumped in lines. So as long as you just kind of go around the line, then you'll be good. So it's mostly fine. One of them has a Starlight Glimmer. Not sure if it's a Docky or just a cape or something. That was really cool. Not as many cosplayers as I would think, but there was certainly a lot. It was really fun, like when certain people would cosplayers like meet each other, because then it would be, you know, they would actually have a whole scene. Like they would just act out and go, you know, pretend to be the characters, and then have these little situations between each other. So it was really cool. Like it would just be like hilarious when people, you know, like two Spider-Men would like come together and go just pointing at each other, like the two Spider-Man meme. A lot of people would just be not pony related stuff, like a lot of Marvel and Disney stuff. I guess that's the same, but they were just like straight up just Woody from Toy Story was walking around. I'm like, what? Why are you here? It's like, I'm Woody. It's like, okay. This is a sort of panorama. There's a lot of people. Kind of showed the ceiling more, but that's okay. Just to show like the area, I guess, of it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the closing ceremonies. Oh yeah, the whole time that we're back there was the getting back into line. Like the line for the closing ceremonies took forever. Can we insurance that? Just take a picture. Oh, cool. Yeah. Check out the church again to see a picture of that. This closing ceremonies. This is not the actual room for the closing ceremonies. This is the backup second room that they had planned, because I'm sure they knew that the main hall they were in for the charity auction room, that was the closing ceremonies and main event hall. This is directly to the side of it, to the left. So this is the overflow, which I'm sure still has even more overflow. Like people wouldn't be able to come in here. Saw some people outside this room. So they set up these little projectors, which would be live streamed, but it had like 1 or 2 second delay to it. So it would just be, so like you would hear like off the distance, I guess this way, you would hear something, and they would say, you know, are you ready, guys? Woo! And then on this monitor, are you ready, guys? Woo! So it'd just be like this weird like echo. So like, yeah, I was other room. I think M.A. Larson also came in there. It's like, other room, how you doing? He was in the other room though. Or I guess he was in the main hall, and he said, how you doing, other room? And other room was just like going so loud. And then you can see on the projector, it's like just going like, okay. Taking it back to just like, okay. Then the closed ceremonies ended. They just got really sappy and said like, oh no, it's the end. Woo, okay, everyone go home. So this is everyone going home. You are Bronycon too? Cool. This is the end of it. So you can see like the some construction stuff on the roads and everything. Had some food trucks. Oh yeah, there's a really cool car down here. Don't think I have a better picture of it. But I like this, I don't know what you call it, like a sports car. With Rainbow Dash on it. Okay. This is cool because I'm like, oh, you can see through the hall. We were outside, and you can see everything through, and then you can kind of see like this giant mass of people. Yeah, it's a very long name there. It's cool though. Doesn't even show up on the. Can't tell what's being cut off on my little chat thing. Did he really sign some construction? Awesome. This is, I think, yesterday, but we'll pretend like I got this the same day or whatever. So here you go with my grab bag of stuff. I'll have some bigger pictures later. So we got the schedule, which was just insane. Badge, some posters, the con book, which was really helpful. Here's that card that I talked about. So that's like what it looks like without it being punched up. And then some other business cards and met a guy in one of the lines to give me a business card. And this one was the SFM. They had like a showcase of other like not super discovered SFM source filmmaker animators. So I wanted to shout them out too, because I don't think anyone was able to come, but they wanted to say like, yeah, we got more people than just, you know, the faces of it. So here's closer up badge, the colors, and everyone got a pronoun tag. So I didn't put mine on. I thought it'd be sort of obvious. But yeah, you can have he, him, she, her, and they, them. So they wanted to make sure that that was, you know, all this stuff is like super trying to be PC, but it's like, okay, just I felt like it went too far, so I just didn't wear it. Yeah, I grabbed it just for like maybe I'll use it, but like yeah, I didn't put it on. So Japan Bronycon, yes, yeah. Who said hi? Hi, Giovanni. More pictures of same stuff. Here's a map. Schedule. You can just see like how much stuff was overlapping and just like only like 15 minutes between, which was not enough time. Because otherwise you'd see like the lines would just keep going. You know, like almost to another, it would like curve around a corner. Here's the schedule, just for lulz. Culture stuff with the little paper stuff. So yeah, this it was really cool, and then we picked it up. Boop. Okay, I think that's actually the end of this. We actually came up on time a little bit quick. So yeah, if there's any more questions about Bronycon, let me know. Like if you haven't been there or anything, ask any questions about that. Otherwise, maybe at the hour or so, I'll switch over to Baltimore pictures. So if you're not interested in that, then that's okay. I'll understand. But for true fans, or I don't know what to say, I'll go over just regular touristy stuff in Baltimore. There's not too many pictures. I could have included like 100 or so, but I think I only took like a couple. Okay. What did you put? Was that free? I think so, yes. Yeah, they handed those out. I think they had some other stuff too. How'd you rate the experience? Oh yeah, Star's been there as well. More times than me. So my only experience with in perspective would just be Everfree. I guess that's the only other one that I've been going to a bunch. So Bronycon, as a difference to Everfree, is just 10 to 100 times bigger in every way. Even on the plane, just going in, we actually sat next to a Brony that was actually going, and he said the same thing. It's just like, it's just bigger. There was just a lot more people and a lot more. Like in Everfree, it would be like, this is the animators and the artist, and they would just be able to fit on one little tiny table and go, hi. But this time, you know, Bronycon would be like, here's the artist, here is an animator, here's an SFM artist, here is an audio, here's that, and they would have little panels for each of them, and be like, wow. It was really cool to see like all that, because that was probably the only stuff that I was interested in. I have a bunch of like, even they would have cosplay and then like a cosplay panel, and then they would have a cosplay contest. So it's just like huge spectrum of like everything. Yeah. Usually have hoof bumps. I think I got like 2 hoof bumps. So that was really cool. Okay. Is there anything else? I'll transition to the next one. Oh, there was a lot of chance. Just the whole experience of just like, you know, being on the 3rd floor, because you can look down on the 2nd floor, and it was like so much going on. Like I said, like people would, you know, like a Flim Flam cosplay. We could meet like an Applejack whole family cosplay, and then they would interact and just like yell at each other, and be like all in character at the same time. It's just like really incredible. I think there's one night where it's just like, you know, just the Flim Flam just talking, and they would try to like swaggle and misdirect the. They had a little audience around them, and they would entertain them for a while. Yeah, I'll transition to next bit. So yeah, here's just it and not this. Let me know. Here I go. I'll keep going until I got like only a couple. This is the hotel. So this is not Bronycon stuff. I divided it like that. So this is the hotel. This is the view from that. It was pretty nice. Of course, my parents were there, so it's like I can't really, you know, have a bed. So it was like I don't get a bed somehow. So I had to use. They had a sofa with a sofa bed. I think like every day, like we try to make it more comfy for me. Like it was just like a, you know, like a one layer, you know, basic sofa bed. And then it's like, let's get an actual foam bed on top. Let's add some more blankets because it gets cold. So like by the end, it was just like comfy and really warm. The hotel was nice. I had to, because that was a video, I had to click on the picture here. There we go. Hi Coco. I'm not gonna end. Till someone actually comes in here. That's okay. This is a boat. I love slideshows. Okay. This is a boat. There's a guy there. This is in the Baltimore Harbor. So this is in Maryland. Alrighty. I think we went on like, was this the, yeah, this is Constellation. So we went on the Constellation. It was more like a piratey boat. So they had little tours. There was like 3 or 4 different boats. There was like different types of boats. There was like a sailing piratey boat, Coast Guard boat, and like a submarine, and a lighthouse or light boat. We just got a pass to like get on all the boats. Those were like little tours, and they would have a little tiny museum inside each of them, and have little plaques. It's like, this is where the people did the thing. So it was really fun. My dad likes boats. He likes pirates. So it was like really fun to, you know, have fun with that. Sorry, Coco. Constellation CG? What's easy? Not for sure, but actually just docked. Yeah, I think these are all docked just for, yeah, I think they don't move. So, all these won't move. This is just looking down the harbor. You can see the boat again, so we moved up a little bit. I don't think these are super in order, because I think I get go in between maybe my dad's and mom's phones pictures. But you can see all these little dragon boats. They were fun. So this is the uber touristy place for the Maryland waterfront. All shopping stuff, just like super like, hey, get a thing kind of stuff. Oh yeah, we had a little in-joke with my family. It was like using these little these walking signs. It's like, well, we can't really call them, you know, like white people, because like they're white, you know, like what are we supposed to call them down here? It's like, okay, well, let's just call it some kind of name, like a nickname or something. So it's like, okay, let's just call him Ed, you know, just make sure, like, when we got across the street, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, oh, it's a white person. It's like, can't say that. So it's like, okay, let's just call him Ed. So it's just like, hey, it's Ed. So it's like, don't make come down there. So it's like, yeah, we saw that. It's like, yes, it's real. Do I play Roblox? No, sorry. I don't think I have an account either. Let's see. So that was really fun to see. So I was like, I'd take pictures of that. I think this is, yeah, I think we were walking through this. I don't think we really went in here too much. This is the marketplace sometimes. Well, I guess that's what they call it, Bronycon. So whatever food stands and little pop-up stuff. Yeah, the sound was fun. So pop-up stuff. I think they would have it like for a couple hours. So, and then like they immediately just run off. I think they're legal. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't really go in there. I think we just kept passing. Like we would go down a street that goes around here, like that. Pretty waterfront. I like water. Oh yeah, green water. Well, the green was just for favorite color, so I didn't really think about green water itself. So yeah. Has these little dragon boats and like even probably zoom in really close. Yeah, you can see the they would have like an opposing like pirate ship ones, where it'd be like a tiny little pirate ship and kids would have little water guns and shoot the other ships and stuff. I think the dragon boats are just for fun. You just paddle around. I can see the submarine winning that. And then right behind it is the big one with the colors here is the aquarium. National Aquarium, which we also went to. So basically just like turned down, you know, just like there's one street that goes down and then it's there's all this stuff like right there. So we didn't really go too far away, like we didn't go over there, and definitely not to. There's like a tiny Domino's soda down here. Eh. Not sure exactly what that is. Boop, boop, boop. Dragabout. Alrighty. This is an alley. There's a little Italian restaurant. It was actually on the same road that we had our hotel. So it's like as you go across, like you see down this alley. Yeah, so I was like, hey, look, there's this little Italian man statue. That was really fun. So yeah, we would go perpendicularly like across this road down here. I don't know why I took pictures of that. This is me learning how to scooter. As I'm not super athletic, I don't know if you can tell. I have a hard time with anything that has to require moving. I'm just not super coordinated, so it's like just even like using a scooter was super hard. I did want to try it, so I was like, oh, they had the little line bikes. It's like, hey, let's try it. Might have a video. I have like 10 videos, but I only chose like one of them. This is me trying to scooter. I have a Bob Ross shirt. That was really fun. Yeah, ask me about scootering. Yeah. The scooter, there was like so many people. Maybe it's just because they had so many scooters downtown here. But yeah, they had a lot of people were using the scooters, like actually using them, and like actually, because they were motorized, so you like click a little stick on the handle, and then it would do the motor, and it would just zoom really quick. Like it felt like someone was pushing you really hard. Like the acceleration was really quick. So I was like trying to use it and go, nope, that's not gonna happen. Have too much balance issues. Yeah, like as a kid, I tried to bicycle and I always fall over. Even like with scooters, like it would, you know, this is about as bad as I get as a scooter, as a scooterist boy. So not much has changed. So okay, now we're on a boat. Remember the Constellation piratey boat? This is on the deck. These guys were great. They had a big old cannon. They were able to do a nice little presentation. Say like, oh yeah, we can, you know, got to make sure that, you know, when we set it up, you know, we got to make sure everything's, you know, right. A lot of steps to the fire cannon, and then they were like, well, yeah, then you just gotta put the sponge in the hole. It's like, oh, they're actually doing it. It's like, yeah, we're gonna actually fire it. It's like, oh, okay. So right there, they were like, and now we're gonna fire the cannon. You know, you gotta cover your ears like this way. If you put your fingers in your ears like this way, that's bad. So you just gotta cover it like this. And it's like, okay. And then 3, 2, 1, fire, poof. Wasn't super loud. I guess I got used to. Probably lost all my hearing to the other stuff. So it was fairly loud. Let's say that. It's a very small cannon. But it's like they could reload it like in 10 or 15 minutes. What did the fire cannon at? It might have been. I don't know if it was a blank or. I think they just shot it into probably just the ocean. They also even had precautions saying like, "We're Coast Guard. Don't worry. We have a flag saying like, you know, it's okay." So yeah, there was nothing in front. There was nothing at the front of it saying like, nothing in the way. But even said like, oh yeah, we can even from here hit that Domino's soda sign with like accuracy and hit like one of the letters on it. So. So that was really cool. And then below deck they had a bunch of stuff. And I was like, hey look, here's a barrel. And I was like, yo, give me a picture of this barrel. I think I was thinking like, hey, if I'm gonna keep making cartoons with barrels in them, I want a good reference picture of it to know what a real barrel looks like. You know, not using like, ooh, Google stock image barrel. It's like, let's look at a real parody built barrel. So I was like, look at that barrel. So I got my Bob Ross shirt. Oh yeah, the whole thing was like 90 degrees like the whole time. So it was like super unbearable. Super hot the whole time. This is the other boat. You can see I almost said UFO. The submarine boat, aquarium, pirate boat, Chesapeake. That's a lake. I say it with so much confidence. Chesapeake Bay. Is it a bay? Was this? There was like 4 of them. So this was either the Coast Guard one. No, this was this maybe the lighthouse one. There'd be like a boat, I think, designed just to have a light on it so that you could see it, I guess. A lot of boats. Yeah, there was a lot of boats just like hanging out here. I don't exactly know why, but I guess they just hang out. Then we went in the aquarium. This is a turtle. It eats lettuce. Are you entertained? It's munching on some lettuce. It was really cute. So he's eating some lettuce. Can he eat it again? Yeah. So it had a little, before you go into the aquarium properly, they had a little kids section to say, hey, want to learn about a little turtle? We'll have, little ask and tell, presentation. And they have little turtles. And they're like, do you know what a turtle is? And they're like, it's that thing. It's like, yeah. What do turtles eat? Food. What kind of food? Pasta. No. Lettuce. Yeah. He picks up some. Yeah. You only like walked like maybe like 2 steps, and then we started recording, and it's like, yeah, he'll grab the bowl closer to him instead. Yeah. This is where I figured out that I have a pose. So there was this cute little mural down here. And I was like, look at that little cat. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Give me a cool picture of that cat. I like cats. Let's get a cool picture of me. And I was like, wow, I'm really cool. But then it's like, well, you're in front of the butterfly. That looks weird. So let's just, take another picture from the other side. And of course, it was busy, like right in front of a turnstile spirally door thing. and so it's like people were just coming in, and they would have to come through between us. So I was like, okay, well, we got to stop the flow of people just so I can get into this position right over here. But the problem was that the picture was such low light that it was just like you would 3, 2, 1, click, and it'd be like, okay, you're done. But I would go up too quickly, so I had to keep doing it over and over. So this is actually the first one which actually looked the best. So that was a little story that a lot of cool aquatic creatures. So what do I call it, I suppose? I thought it'd be like some kind of JoJo pose, but I don't really watch JoJo, so I was like, is that cool? So who knows? Then I was like, well, I'll just kind of move my hat over. Like, is that cool? And a bunch of jellyfish. Jellyfish are cool. Whole room of those. Sharks. Giant pool that you kind of go around of like just a whole bunch of fish. There's a whole shark, like 3 or 4 stories of like different sharks in there. It was really cool. Yeah. Let's see. So this keeps going. Then I kind of got into this pose, kind of theme. Let me get some water. This is still, probably still in Baltimore. Yeah, definitely. This is the flag house. Yeah, there you go. This is where the construction, mending, sewing of the Star Spangled Banner was made. So a bunch of old ladies made a big flag that was huge, and that's what inspired, of course, Scott Key to write the poem, to make the national anthem and everything. So went inside there. It was this cute little museum. We haven't even had a little audio tour where they have little placards of like numbers saying like number 1, this fireplace. And it would say, this fireplace is where they cooked and kept warm. And it'd be like, wow, that's cool. So I did that for like 3 stories and everything. Really creaky, really old. Obviously, probably the original house. But like right next to it, like to the left of this, on the other side was a bigger museum. But it's just like one floor after like the other museums we went to. It's like, oh, okay. Like it was really lame in comparison. So they really spent too much time here just because there wasn't much after that. So and we kept going. It keeps going. Let me just see where we are. Okay, we're here. This is still have a thing right throat. I'm learning that East Side has a lot of weather stuff. I don't know what to call it. Didn't say it nicely. Get a lot of freak storms. This was probably the biggest. Like it was like obviously you saw like, oh, it's nice and sunny here, but like imagine this sunny, you know, and then immediately going into like a freak flash flood. Yeah, I happened to be there when there's severe thunderstorms and flooding. So we were, I think we might have just finished either the aquarium or we finished, we finished dinner actually. Yeah, it was a long day where we did everything. Where we had dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe, so that was fun. Also went to the Barnes & Noble just to see like, wow, that's a really big Barnes & Noble. It's the Midwest. Ah, gotcha. On the west side, we don't really have like sudden, storms. So that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe Las Vegas. Maybe it's just not in Seattle. Maybe we're just kind of getting used to it. That's like, oh look, it's gonna rain, and then we kind of just know. Like we don't really know what to expect with these kind of weathers. So anyway, so it was obviously pouring, you know, really hard, and they were saying like some kind of hail the size of something, probably like a fist or something. Severe flooding. So we ran from the Hard Rock Cafe, probably like 3 or 4 blocks into that super touristy section, and a mall where it had a couple restaurants and stuff in there. So we just kind of just hid in there. Mom was getting super nervous and scared. It was like, how are we gonna get to the hotel? Like, if it's gonna be flooding, like how long is this gonna last? Just knowing my, you know, small knowledge of like these kind of storms, I was like, well, they really last for like a couple hours. Like they don't really last overnight. Like in Seattle, it might, you know, go for like half a day sometimes of just raining, you know, nicely. So if it's like super fast, and it's like probably gonna end quicker. So it's like, yeah, we'll probably just hang out here for maybe like an hour or so. They really hang out inside of the mall for maybe like 30-40 minutes. And then Mom is getting super impatient. I was like, just go. So we did. We ran outside. We were like still like 5 or 7 blocks from the hotel. It was severe raining. At the Hard Rock Cafe, they had these little cute little ponchos that we all wore. So you can see like I'm just not used to this. Like, so my probably up to like here, I just got soaked. You can see like, oh, probably all the way up to here somehow. My feet and shoes were just felt like they were just spongy and just like full of water. I had to like use the hotel laundry machines. It was miserable. Like there was one intersection where like you were just wading through like maybe like half a foot of water. It was super scary to walk through. So that was super scary. But then as soon as we got to the hotel, maybe like 10 minutes later, it cleared up. So I would say the flooding probably wouldn't have cleared up much, but it just like, yeah, we could have escaped the rain if we wanted to. If we just waited a little bit longer, we could have knocked out the rain. But this was miserable. We were still running. But like Dad got a picture of us with that. So yeah. Even like when we're inside, like even inside, like boop, boop. Can't go back. I'm stuck now. Yeah, like even inside the mall, they I guess the Baltimore weather people like actually texted our phones and said, "Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but it's super raining out and it's really flooding. Take shelter." It's like, oh, okay. And then we ran outside and then ran. So, yeah. Everything else was pretty good, weather-wise. So, yeah. Next day, everything else was fine. Then we took a train. Not that train, because we're inside of the train. This is looking from our train to another train. It's like, wow, look, a train. So, it obviously really dried real quick. This is our day trip, what you call it, like half-day trip, to DC. So we're on the train to that. Not that train. I like the Alexander Hamilton. I like the musical. Never watched the actual musical, but found it in other ways. They had a cute little Hamilton man street sign. So I was like, give me a cool picture of that. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I just kind of just posed weirdly, like I was sort of walking like cross-legged. I don't know what this is. So there was that. Are that happened during Bronycon? Oh man, yeah, that's super scary. Yeah, I didn't know what to. Never seen that really happen before. I don't think. Might have happened like maybe like during an earthquake, maybe on our phones. It's like, hey, did you know there's an earthquake? Maybe something else. like we took a trip to Japan like several years ago, and then we came back because like a bunch of forest fires were in that area where we live. So it's like that's cool. You know, we came from a nice trip, and now we can't breathe in our home. So that was cool. Oh, cool. Here is I guess sort of the mall, what they call it in DC. This is the, I guess, last year's Christmas tree. So I guess I got a picture of that. Hey, look at that! It's the Christmas tree I guess they used. So, yeah, it's not pretty. Oh yeah, there's a plane going through. Yeah. What's in there? Let's go. Yeah, those earthquakes were fun. I don't know if I told you, but yeah, I told you in another stream that the earthquake was like a slight rumble. And like months ago, we had the street construction like right out, like on my street, like in front of my house. They had a bunch of like vibrating construction things, and they made a bigger quake than the actual earthquake that happened. And then there was even a tinier aftershock, so it wasn't very impressive. Then it was like at 4 in the morning, so I was like, what's shaking? I don't know. You look better. All right. They're in California, but yeah, definitely. Here's the White House. I think Trump was probably in Texas at the time, so I was like, okay, like that's still his house, I guess. So I was like, okay, we only took like one picture of that. Really good one, that. Boop, boop, boop. Crossover, totally. Oh yeah, it's like a bunch of like security in little light here. A lot of security stuff. I was like, oh yeah. And then right outside, like right behind us, there was a couple guys like selling a bunch of bottled water because it was hot. So it was like really nice. I think we got like a Gatorade or something out of that. So I was like, yeah. We pause it next to her. Oh yeah, he's not there. In the Smithsonian, which we go to later, there was a big picture of there was a Hall of Presidents stuff, and there was a picture of Trump and First Lady name, like bigger than life size, of like on a wall, and then Melina's like dress was like in there, so I was like, okay, yeah. Here's me in the Washington Monument. I guess I was trying to do both of the poses at the same time now. So I was like, hey man, that's where Spider-Man was. So I was like, that's really cool. There's a little plane there. Yeah, didn't really figure out how to do good HDR lighting, but alright. Boop, 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 boop. I haven't heard much of the grasshoppers now. I think that's a myth. Yeah, here's a Smithsonian. I just wanted to show you. I saw Bill Clinton's saxophone. That's my claim to fame. It's like, ooh, that's cool. I was like, gotta get that. So it's Bill Clinton's saxophone there, and some bowling club. Had a really nice. Smithsonian is insane. I'm sure you guys know this. Like they have multiple buildings, and then each building just has a million stuff in it. It's insane. Just how much stuff is crammed in there. So this is the American history one that we went to. So we saw the Star Spangled Banner, bunch of president stuff, bunch of technology, inventions. They had the Wizard of Oz camera, big film camera that they used. Was there anything actually animation? Maybe. Anyway, this is the train going back home. It's pretty tight in there. Psych! It was a toy. we're still in the Smithsonian. So they had a model train inside the Smithsonian. I'm a little tired, so here we go. We're almost near the end of it. Haha. Gotti. All right, so we got a little train here. This is a real man, but this is not a real man. This is a statue. Haha. So this room was insane. Like they seem to have like this like long path, and then it would like branch out, and then it would go like some kind of crazy way around a bunch of other stuff that would take you forever to look at. But then you like go wait a minute. Like you would go back to the entrance and go, wait a minute, I didn't see the other batch. You gotta go back to the branch that you didn't go into. So you gotta go through it, and then you go to like this other giant, you know, insane bigger room that's you haven't even seen. That's bigger than the other one. It's like that's what happened in this room. It's just they had so much. They did this room so good, which had plane, trains, automobiles, and whatever's. This is a train. A lot of cars, boats, a couple airplanes. I don't have too many pictures of it. This is a road going back from the hotel to the airport. I think we were trying to take a picture of some pineapple building, but we didn't quite get it. So I was like, yeah, it's kind of close. A lot of fun there. It just closes off. I thought I chose this one. It's like, here's me and a Gyarados, and we're chilling out. So, nice picture. Yeah. So, I'll wrap that up. I know that took way longer than I expected. But you guys seem to be good at letting me have more detail and everything there. That was good. I thought I would just breeze through it somehow. But I thought again. So that's the end of it. That's all the pictures. So yeah. If I missed anything that you want me to explain, I gotta go. They can't hear me. It's in another dimension. Yeah, if there's anything you want me to, any other picture I might go to, you can probably just go back to the video. This will be uploaded, hopefully. Hopefully there's no copyrights in here, and can make sure that there's no sound, so that's good. Yeah, if there's any other questions real quick, then we'll wrap it up. So, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. Only bit was the rain, but that was kind of refreshing actually. That it was nice water compared to, you know, super hot the entire time. So, supposed to video? What do you mean? Shouldn't be yet. It's not done streaming yet. Yeah, it was really fun. We made it much more than just Bronycon. It was just going for Bronycon back and forth. Like, this wasn't just Bronycon and then Baltimore. It was going back and forth a lot of time. We stayed for about a week, maybe 8 days. But of course, Bronycon was only like 4 days. So what did you do the other 3 days? It was just to stay in Baltimore for 2 days, and then the day trip in DC, and then go back home. So, hey, check my Discord. Ooh. Aha. Oh, cool. You found the grasshopper video. I'll check that out. Okay. Yeah. Figured I could go into my post stream of why am I here kind of situation. So if there's anything else, any other picture want me to explain that I missed or anything else, otherwise I'll go to the end screen. I'll wait about 10 seconds. Oh yeah, there's one other little tiny thing. I guess I got this pony manga at the airport. Let's see if I can make this bigger. There you go. Here's this really shiny, doesn't work with green screen book that I got. Super, almost sponsored. This is actually white where it's not able to pick up for some reason. I don't know why on a green screen white becomes invisible. But it's a really cool manga. I actually really recommend it. It's actually really cool. Maybe because I like manga a lot, and I was like, oh look, it's a cool manga. It's fairly new, I think. It came out this year. So, like at the airport. Here we go. At the airport, we remember all those places where it's because it's not a super manga. It's not a. It reads left to right. I guess I just translate everything. We actually got this at the airport, like at the you know, where you buy a bunch of stuff kind of place. They had this, and it's like, oh, okay, let's just continue with that as a parting gift, I guess. It is in a way manga-esque, but it's definitely written and drawn with Japanese style and everything, but it is localized, you could say, to be left and right. If you want to make that distinction. Yeah. Yeah. It was really cool. Like I was expecting it to be like, you know, Twilight finds the castle. Whoa. But this is like, hey, let's, you know, find a bunch of Pikis, and like she goes to a different dimension, and then it actually be like real pop cultural stuff with like Dr. Hooves and like having like the candy, zombies, make a bunch of references, a lot of different stuff. So anyway, I just thought that was really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Derpy part's really cool. Yeah, there's a whole chapter with Derpy and Rainbow Dash interacting. Like, I was not expecting that out of that. So, yeah. Reading it on the airplane was really fun. I'm looking over there because that's where I put my book. Okay. In a way, I could just do this. Boop. There we go. So I don't keep looking that way. Yeah, this is really fun. I know it's a bit extended. I don't know if you guys like that. I'm sure. Viewers are pretty good. Thanks guys for if you're sticking around the whole time. Thank you. I guess I'm now in Toasterland Invisible. So yeah. Had a lot of fun, but I'm glad to be back. And then on Thursday we'll have another stream. We'll probably figure out what to do for that. I think I had some ideas. My idea for Thursday was to add some special animations to specifically what you see right now. So I was thinking of see if we can add little Easter eggs or small things into this. So that sounds like fun. Join on Thursday, and then maybe next week we'll probably decide what to do. Probably vote on something else. Thanks, Scoots. So yeah, not much else to say. So is there anything else you guys need? Some reason I don't get to whatever you need or questions and stuff. I'll try and be in the Discord a little bit, but I'll have to go get dinner and definitely rest my voice for a bit too. So yeah. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. It already says that on there. So yeah. See you then. Bye bye.